That was much easier than I thought, but I honestly thought I'm gonna be 100 plus on the ladder for Thea players to beat it, but apparently I'm on 45, so very little people actually beat that boss, and I don't understand why, cause as Thea it's pretty easy. I actually regret not rushing it to try it earlier, cause as I say, it was pretty easy, and I didn't even have that broken gear. Because when I see the guys that did the 21, they have like a single item is worth 2 to 3 of mine, so I feel pretty good about it. And let me start breaking down what I have on the build, and let's start with the Pactspirits, because this here is pretty much very important. Not that much as levels for the pets or anything other than just the pets themselves. They can be on level 1. You can change one of the pets if you don't have for defense pet, like Knight of the Pale Blue, but I highly recommend to just stay like this in terms of the Pactspirits. But what you will need is a lot of kismets, and that is expensive. But I have kismets that enable my Wings of Light to do crazy amount of damage, and that is Tiger Roar and Bounded Holy Maiden. Yeah, I also have Viper, so I can keep my Precise Corrosion Focus buff, and this is also a dual kismet, so we need 2 on the same branch, aka on the same Pactspirit. And on top of that, I have Iron Wall. Iron Wall changes the bonus from using double Sceptres from attack block chance to block ratio, capping your block ratio. So giving you an insane amount of defense, and all you have to do is only cap your block chance and attack block chance then. And that is very important to have. And with the Pactspirit sorted, let's go to the skills. And I have a lot of damage baseline, so I'm still doing very decent damage, even though I swapped to Frost Shield. And I have triple defense aura. This caps my resistances, because I'm kinda forced to use it. But Steadfast, it's very important because it allows me to have 50k armor. And 50k armor is really important, and I will tell you about that more in gear part. But also the Energy Fortress, just to have like flat HP increased basically. It's Energy Shield, but you can just translate it to max HP. And I still have 5 trillion DPS on Adami, but that DPS takes time to get there. I mean, it's 5 seconds, okay? But normally it's just like instantly on 5 trillion. And we have like, as you can see, 860 survival, nearly on a million survival. We could push it further to get it. But that would be before I swapped very important part, which is the gear part. And I changed a very important thing, especially that comes to helmet. It's sealed mana compensation. I used to have DOT here. So with 50k, it's ultimate affix, and with 50k armor, you get, when you get it to tier 0, minus 45 additional damage over time taken. And that is very important for the boss, because it lets you to slack off your ass on it, and it makes it so much easier in terms of damage taken. And I added one more defensive part of the build, that is like a core thing that is very important for the boss, and that is belt. We lose a tremendous amount of damage by swapping from Dawnbreak, but it is necessary. We will just fill our damage gap by collecting the bubbles to 7 of them, and we can just tank everything with them like that. And one more that will make it a bit easier, but it's not that important, but it will make it easier, is 100% chance to gain barrier for every 5 meters you move, just to constantly, forever, every single time you need it, you can refresh it. It's not really necessary, but I don't have double base affixes items, so I sadly have to stay with like max tenacity, so I can't really have that much freedom. If I had like gear with everywhere like double base affix with blessings, it would be much easier, because your gear flexibility would be much higher. You could have like different slates and stuff, but that is just astronomical cost of FE. So yeah, I have also my wind breath. I jackpotted with corroding myself 1 with movement speed, so I sold and afforded nearly whole build with the fact that I bought the max channel and avoid damage. But it can come handy, but it can come handy with RNG. So what you want to focus on is to get your defensives. I have max resi on the chest, but it's not even capped, even though I have the elemental resi aura. But it's all about just getting a lot of damage reduction and armor. And as you can see, I don't have enough armor, but that's because I swapped how it looks like for my Steadfast. So I could basically just get this Steadfast off and replace it here, where I have much more sealed mana compensation, which in terms gives me more aura effect, since I have Lone Walkers. And just like this, my armor is
over 56k. So that was like the way I did it to just get the 50k armor. Of course I get a bit more when I get my frost shield up, and just like this we are on 1 mil survival. For talents and slates I will have the build code in description below, so you can check that. But the main part is I swap purification for holiness. The boss just caps my damage anyway, so he doesn't really give a fuck about me having bullshit amounts of DPS on my main build. So I just swap to holiness in hopes of it helping me to survive, and it will certainly help you survive. It's 25 additional damage taken from cursed enemies, and that's basically all of them in range all the time if you're following my build from before, which is the skill area. But in general, what you can help yourself with is even removing the affliction effect here and putting more energy shield, especially stuff like charge energy shield speed, so you can just be flexible with it. If you don't have enough sealed mana compensation, you swap simply the intelligence here, because we lose a lot by not having it on Dawnbreak anyway, since it's the different belt, and you can just put it here to get as much sealed mana compensation as you need. Well, if you don't have still enough, you will have to sort it out somehow. Precise restraint, just invest if you have to, but all you need to do, activate the auras and 3 of them for the defense, but you will also need that 1 for damage. The bubble's not gonna compensate as much. I don't have pedigree. That would make it a bit easier, but you know, pedigree, channel, holiness and stuff like this, but this is just astronomical cost again. So I just like it out on this. That's why I have those 2, because I could save from buying this and buy those 2, but I just have slates with get some focus blessings to get all the 15 desecration stacks, and just copy for more channel stacks. That's all they do. They just copy some skill levels and max channel stacks. I'd prefer to be just another channel copy, but I'm completely fine with the erosion skill, so can't afford all of it. It's just ridiculously expensive for Thea players. And I made the build code already, and there's this peaked, so in your hero traits you have to swap to this. I highly recommend for every single fucking case ever to have the memory here with level to your trait. This is the most important, the best trait for bossing, for just... the boss just starts with much less HP, right? You just have 25 of their max HP and stuff like this in true damage, all based on your desecration stacks. That's why we always cap in them. And just look how much more it is on the next level, and you can get 2 more levels easily. So yeah, it's expensive. It's really expensive. I don't have it myself because it's really expensive. But this is how your trade's gonna be looking like, and you need a swap item, aka Howling Wind. So like he has 15% when he does his last phase, that you have to stand in the protective zone, and that will just make him die after the protective zone. It's just lovely how Thea works with, you hit true damage at start and then you get a swap item with elimination. So when the boss will do that one-shot mechanic and you're sitting in the safe zone, you just open this, equip this, boom, he stops, he dies because you eliminate him, and just put back your normal amulet. And if you're enjoying the content, remember to leave a subscribe and click the bell icon so you can get notified with my recent uploads. You can also join my Discord channel, and all the links gonna be down in the description below. And without any further ado, let's go back to the video. And well, let me quickly show you, I won't be doing the whole fight, but let me quickly show you how it looks like with your tankiness. We just put the channel stack up instantly, and what I was doing, I was just walking in circles, trying to avoid everything that I saw that I have to avoid, and just collect the bubbles. If you collect more of them than you need, you're of course getting a nasty damage buff, including a nasty slow, but that is insane. The most important thing is your Wings of Light and your Bounded Holy Maiden. They give you a lot of damage increase. So you can also use the next swap to eliminate that pet. It's an annoying one, but as you can see, only the one-tap mechanic can take you down. And the one-tap mechanic, I mean, is when he sends this projectile on the later phase when the pet is not here, because the pet will not one-tap you with it. I will also show you the difference in my DPS done on my full setup for damage, and I will compare it to this. Come on, get rid of that pet. Well, don't even have to, the DPS is just insane with the bubbles on. I can mostly tank it. I mean, this belt is one of the best items in the game. in terms of defense for energy shield builds. He's just spamming some mechanics now. He's immune. You could just easily open and your inventory and put even more defense items, and just as he's not immune anymore, you just quick swap it. That's pretty nasty that you can just swap the items, yet they cap the DPS on them. Like, it's insane that I steal the rip for 3-3, which is, I think, plus minus, if you're seeing like 3-3 rips, this is as much as you will be seeing. So that's around when you know that you're sorted on the damage in this build. I mean, such a boring fight as well, because all those fights, they just constantly have full immunity phases. It might take you a couple of times, so don't get discouraged that you don't do it on the first attempt. But the RNG is just like with the bomb and the laser boss. It can be a nasty thing. If you have to like collect it and he does his one-shot mechanics, you're kinda screwed just because. Unlucky, and that's it. Can't do much about it. Deal with it, basically, kind of a stuff. Maybe I even do him with that one take. Let's see. I do it till I die. Now he's gonna do the one tap. You hide here. If you have skill area, he's still taking the chunk of the damage. And that's the only time you can die here, really. He's gonna be sending these fucking projectiles. They can one tap your ass. Unless you randomly evade them. What's this if you have to like collect all the bubbles now? Now you wanna avoid collecting all the bubbles, cause he doesn't have that much HP left, and you need to dodge the fucking projectile. Or you kaput. Oh my god. The heart attack. And this is the reason why I like went for so much tank. Like, I have to collect them or I'm dead. I have no clue where is he. No, don't kill me now. Can you fucking die? Go do the one tap mechanic. Go in the middle. Oh my god. This is a very tricky phase as well. I think I got him. This is the quick swap you do. And I got him. Very nice for the video. I don't think there is a better way to end the video than like this. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, comment, share and subscribe. And as always, see you on the next one.